Thanks for finishing that part. Now let's look at anchor tags. Remember how we're talking about links or anchor tags? A, and then we'll write a ref equals to, for example, let's put younginnovators.net.au. And then over here we'll write some text like click here to learn more. So we'll put this in our p tag usually. Run this text. If I click this, it will take me to the Young Innovators website, as shown here. Now, there are actually a couple things you can do with this. So first of all, inside here, so I'll delete the p tags for now, just so it's easier. Yep, we can still run the code normally. Inside this anchor tag, you can add another element to it, and this element is targets. And when we write this, and inside the little quotation, we say target underscore blank. What this does is that we'll run the code. This will open this on a new tab. And another thing you can do, so yeah, that's the one thing. Now, another thing you can do, remember how I mentioned when you're designing a website, and you make that website for a client and he's just looking at the design. There's nothing inside the website, no contents, no information. Then what you can do sometimes is that you can make something called dead links. Dead links are basically links that look like links, act like links, but don't actually do anything. An example is this. So how do you make a dead link? Is that you see all this text you write in here? Instead of this text, what you do is that you put a hashtag. So if I run the code, this still highlights as normal, link. So I can change this to say dead link examples, run code, and it still highlights. If I click it, it's just gonna open a new, as you can see up here, a new page, but just that hashtag's gonna be there. So I hope that makes sense. And if I remove the target equals blank, I think it's just gonna, yep. So nothing's gonna happen with this link. Every time we click this link, nothing's gonna happen. So that's a dead link. It's useful for when you're creating a template for a website that you want to show to a client or to someone else, or an example you can use yourself to experiment with. So moving forward, just like you have buttons and different types of pictures, so if I press this picture, so I'll just click open a new tab, but if I press this picture, what happens is that it opens the Young Innovators website. Now, you see images everywhere on a website, but how do you actually put one in? To put an image in a website, you write this in your tag. So your tag is going to start with img for image, and then you're going to say, where's this image coming from? So you say src, which is the source of the image, and then you say that's equal to, and usually whenever you're hosting a website, if I say open image in new tab, each image, as you can see up here, has its own individual link. So I'll use this as an example. I'll copy this link, so the source will be, and that's it. If I run this code, we have the full image here. Unlike normal tags, how image tags work is that they're all written in one big, you can say, triangular bracket. So now we have our image. Now I'm going to talk about, if I right click this and click open in new tab, what happens is that we come to the main website. So how do we code this exact same thing into here? What we do, remember how we had anchor tags? We can also assign, other than text, we can also assign anchor tags to actual images. So we'll write a href, meaning highlighted reference, equals to younginnovators.net.au. Oops, I didn't write that right correctly. .net.au. And at the end of this, we want to write /a to say that this anchor tag ends here. Another thing I also want to add is targets equals to quotation marks underscore blank. So this will open this in a new tab. Now run the code, click this in a new page, it'll open this up. Now, just so that you understand, the reason it's saying page can't be found is because it's going through our HTML editor and it's looking for that same website. That's why you're having this issue right now. Otherwise, if you're normally running a website, you won't have that issue. Moving forward, if we don't put target blank, obviously this will happen. Oops, what happened there? If we remove target blank, then obviously if I click this in here, it'll open the website in here as well. So that's good. Now you've learned how to assign a link to an image. Moving forward, remember how we had doc types? And inside doc type we had different, so when I say doc type, I'm referring to whenever we're making an HTML file. So exclamation mark doc type, HTML. And then you'd have your HTML tag, HTML, /HTML. And then you had something called your body tag. Body tag is the contents of your page. Now HTML5 actually introduces other types of tags. This is being your header tag, head, /head. So in your header tag, sometimes you'd have stuff like your titles, your extra code, like sometimes you might have a style tag. Style tags are basically where all your CSS code goes. And then that's basically what your header tags are. Your body tags are the main contents of your website. You'd also have something called, so I'll delete all this, your footer tag. Footer tag is basically at the end of every page, you have this thing. This is your footer. So if I inspect this, as you'll see here, this is a footer tag, where it says footer here. So I'll close that. Moving forward, you also have tags like main. Main tags are basically whenever a website whenever you have a search engine. So if you go on Google and we type in Young Innovators Network Robotics Workshop. Yep, over here. So if we inspect this, you see this main tag here. The main tag itself is basically so if I go back here, all this information you see here, this is all here because of the main tag. So any information I put in the main tag will appear up on Google over here. And it also helps search engines like Google find out more about your website. And whenever someone searches something, it'll look in the main tag first and then put that up. Main tags are also helpful for search engine optimization, as I just mentioned, and also accessibility to your information. And you'll also hear the term a lot if you're looking into website design, SEOs. SEOs are basically people who look at your website, change some things in your website so that it comes up in Google more and more often. And that's about it, about all the different HTML5 tags. So now what we want you to do is that we want you to make an example website that has a dead link inside the text of the website. And we also want you to put an image, and we want that image to link to something else, for example. So like we showed the example Young Innovators, if we click that image, it'll send us to the Young Innovators website. You can make another image, maybe a image of a cat, and put a text under the cat saying if you click on this cat, it will send you to such and such website, or something like that. Basically, what I'm trying to say here is that we want you to put 1 or 2 dead links. We want you to have an image, and if you click on that image, something happens. After that, we also want you to make sure you put one header tag, and in that header tag, make sure you have a title tag and actually write the title of the web page. Other than that, make sure to copy paste all the text. Otherwise, that's about it. And yeah, thank you.